Alrighty. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Youth Power Up webinar. So, my name is Jeff Masiroe, and I am not by myself. I am with my esteemed colleagues, whom I believe will introduce themselves. Over to you, other colleague.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Morena Ntema, and welcome.
Good morning, colleagues. I'm Annamarie Goosen. Welcome to this webinar.
Thanks, Annamarie. Thanks, Morena. Welcome everybody, and thank you very much for actually taking time to join us today. I think we can just get started with the event of today. I see that some other people are still busy trying to actually get in, but the colleagues will keep on admitting them as they come in. So let's maybe respect the time of those who actually showed up in time for the actual event. Ready? Right, Rena, you let me know if you can see my screen over there. Julio, cool. Ready? Stop sharing. Cool. Do I have the right screen on? Sweet. All right. Thank you very much and welcome everybody. Like I said, my name is Jeff Masiroe. I will be heading today's webinar, but like I said, I'm not by myself. I'm with my two colleagues, which is Annamarie Goosen and Morena Ntema, who will be later on sharing on the digital devices that we're going to be speaking to today. So welcome everybody. So yeah, part of the reason that we actually decided to have this thing specifically on this specific day, it's because today is actually World Youth Skills Day. It is celebrated every year on the 15th of July and was actually established by the United Nations to highlight the importance of equipping young people with skills for employment and entrepreneurship. So this year actually marks the 10th anniversary with a powerful focus that actually is youth empowerment through AI and digital skills. So we thought as libraries that it would be actually a good opportunity to try and connect everybody from wherever corner that they are digitally to actually start the conversation or continue the conversation that has been happening for 10 years, but more specifically that speaks to youth empowerment through AI and digital skills. So as for the fourth industrial revolution continues to reshape our world, it is crucial to actually educate and train ourselves to prepare specifically the youth for the future that is currently happening, because we are actually in the 4IR and we are actually having AI tools that we need to keep on sharpening because technology is ever evolving. So it's changing how we actually live, it's changing how we learn, it's also changing how we work, which is actually both opportunistic and at the same time has some challenges. So yeah, that's the plan for today. And then I think before we move forward, it's always just nice to get to know people. So quickly gonna share another screen with you. The screen has a Mentimeter. So on this Mentimeter, this is where we're gonna I'm gonna share a different screen with you just now. Please bear with me. Is it sharing? Alrighty, so as you can see in front of you, we have a Mentimeter. So here, I'm just gonna need you colleagues, just to use that link, or maybe just share, just scan using your phone the QR code that is in front of you, so that we can be able to get to know each other a little bit better. So what you're gonna do is you have two options. You can either scan the QR code or go to your Google web browser and actually just join us on this Mentimeter, and then just answer the question. So this is us actually getting to know each other. So the first question, so I see that people are coming in. I see 12, I see 16 people. Cool. Keep on joining, Awesome. I see people keep on coming in. That's good. That is good. Alrighty. Sweet. Nice. I see people are responding. See people are responding. I see people from Zonke Zizwe. I see people from Davidton. I see people from Vosloorus. Oh, Vosloorus, awesome. That's where I'm from. So welcome from Epozi. I see people from Sunnyside. Welcome, good people. Boksburg is in the house. Etwatwa is in the house. Riverside is in the house. Springs. Nice. Nice. I see Randburg is also here. And then we also have a South African. Nice. Welcome, wonderful South African. Thank you very much. Mlelik extension 1. We see you. K1 is in the house. We see you. Katlehong. Nice. Wattville. We recognize you. Melrose. Ooh. Thokoza, Buhle Park. We have somebody from Eastern Cape. Wow. Welcome. Olifantsfontein is in the house. Nice. All right. Thank you very much, colleagues, for responding to that one. I think maybe let's move on to the next one, but I see that people are still responding. Maybe let's give it a few more seconds. Give it a few more seconds. Nice. Alrighty. Cool. All right. Okay, let's move on to the next question. I see where people are from. Now, the next question is, what are you hoping to get out of this webinar? So I'm definitely sure that you came with an intention to join here, and what are your expectations of this webinar today? So please let us know what are your intentions for today, or what are you hoping to get out of it? Nice. It's always good to build our skills. More knowledge, I like that. Learning about the digital world, yes, which is a never-ending learning, to be honest, as you will see throughout today. Learning about skills that are currently in demand. Yibo. Nice. Nice. I see people are responding in numbers. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for the responses. I see people are still coming in, Annamarie. Nice. Okay. People are here for skills, exposure, knowledge, digital world. That's awesome. Nice. Alrighty. More knowledge, learning about the digital world, tech experience, development. Nice. Cool. So I like to connect and network with people and learn more skills. I like that. It makes learning and growing more easier because you're bouncing off your knowledge and skills of other people. I love that. Hey, people still responding. I think that's everyone. All right, let's move on to the next question. The next question is, what is your current occupation or hustle if you're somebody who's running a business and maybe hustling, so that you actually do. So just tell us what you do. Just tell us what you do, whether you are a student, maybe if you are a student, you are working, if maybe you are working, you run a business, if you run a business, please just tell us what you do. Nice. Okay. I see that some of the people are not working. All right. I see students. I see a librarian in the house. Welcome, librarian. Social media manager. I'm sure this should speak to some of the things that you're actually doing. Freelancer, video editor. Nice. Okay. Job hunting. Alrighty. I see a facilitator as well. Nice. Okay. See, we have a IDP cadet. Mm. Photography services, cool. That would be nice to actually bounce off a few ideas of that one. I also do a bit of photography now and then. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Okay. I see that we're no longer okay. There are a few other people responding. Okay. More are still responding. Oh, yes. And we also see the answers in the chats as well. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for participating in that on that part, because I know that some maybe can struggle actually logging into the Mentimeter. But thank you for responding in the chats. That's quick thinking. Mm-hmm. Alrighty, I think we can move on to the next question before the last one. Now let's speak to your dream job. What is your dream job? What do you see yourself doing? What is your dream job? Cybersecurity, nice. An educator, okay, very important. Very important. Educators, software engineer, graphic designer, I see data analyst, IT specialist, programmer. Nice, nice, nice. Marketing executive, AI specialist. Nice. Ooh. Keep the responses coming. Thank you very much, guys. Keep them coming in. Thank you very much for that. Network engineer, we see you. Marketing, we see you. Teacher, we see you. Network administrator, we see you. Our President of South Africa in the chat, we also see you. We recognize you, honorable one. Thank you very much for that. We did say dream big, dream big. Software dev, thank you. Data scientist. Game engineer, nice, nice. Oh, Minister of Police. Hey, are you sure? Or because there's a vacancy, ne? I see you opportunist over there. Guarding for people's jobs here. Yeah, I see we have bankers as well. Yes, money, very important. Money, very important. Oh, I see electricians in the chat. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Alrighty, let's move on, I think, to the last one. Or are people still sending through? Are they still sending over there in the chat, Morena? It's quiet. Alrighty, I think maybe let's move on to the last question. So the last question is more of a poll. So let's just reply to that, and then let's get started. Okay, we are moving on now. So we are interested to No, how often do you actually use AI, whether it's for business, whether it's for personal, or like where would you rate yourself? Do you use it a lot? Not so much? Moderately so? Never used it at all? Would be interesting just to get a feel of how people are actually engaging with the new technologies that we have. I like that a lot of people are actually using it, which is good. Which is good. Moderately so, nice. If you're unable to go into the Mentimeter, you can still use the chat functionality and just yeah, tell us how you use it. I see that people use it a lot, almost every day. Some people not so much in the chats. Nice, nice. Okay. Thank you for those responses. Keep them coming in. Keep them coming in. All right. No, thank you very much, everyone. I see that people have responded. All right. Thank you for this. This one is for just to get a feel and understanding of what is expected. So it's getting the feel of the room and to see the kind of people we are actually engaging with. So thank you very much, everybody, for participating. I think we are done with this one. And then we're gonna go back to the presentation. Cool. So now that you've gotten to know each other a little bit better, I can actually start with the planned presentation of today in terms of what are we gonna be talking about. So yeah, let me just quickly share the agenda with everybody so that we can see what we're gonna be focusing on today. Yes, so we'll be looking at the reality check, youth and the future of work. We'll be talking about how work looks like today. We'll speak to why is it important to actually empower youth. We'll speak to work readiness. What is work readiness today? We'll also touch on the rise of AI and automation. We will also be speaking to power skills, what you actually need to actually make it in this new job market, and some of the skills that maybe you might that might help you in your journey to actually access those kind of things. And then we'll also be speaking to some real opportunities through digital skills. This is more, or this will speak to a little bit more of you getting yourself opportunities, maybe not through the traditional channels like going to work and all those kind of things. And then we'll also see if we can suggest a few tools that can help you power up, and maybe some platforms to actually help you power up. And then yeah, and then lastly we're gonna have a quick Q&A, and then it's a wrap. And then we'll also have a quick demo where we'll show a few, I think, other platforms that I think will be useful for young people who are actually looking to access opportunities. So yeah, moving on, let's start with the reality check, youth and the future of work. So it's not news that youth high employment is a significant challenge in South Africa and also across Africa, specifically among young people who often exceed the national average. This is particularly acute in South Africa, where youth unemployment rates are among the highest globally. While the concept of high pay jobs is subjective and influenced by various factors, the lack of quality of employment opportunities in South Africa is still a major concern. And I think the other part that is actually a big challenge when it comes to work, it's the skills gap. It's the skills gap, which is a noticeable disparity existing between traditional education and in-demand skills. So South Africa faces a significant skills gap in its workplace, with a mismatch between the skills skills the employers need and the workforce and those that are available in the workforce. This gap is hindering economic growth and contributing to a high youth unemployment. So several factors actually contribute to this issue, including outdated education system, limited vocational training, high immigration of skilled workers, and rapid technology advancement. So yeah, like I said, it's one of those challenges whereby the curriculum is somewhat outdated. There is a lack of practical skills that is actually being offered to young people, a lack of soft skills as well. And like I said before, it's skills mismatch, whereby the skills actually that are available on the ground do not match the skills that are required by the workplace or the job market. And also, most importantly, it's the limited access. There is still limited access when it comes to technologies for young people to actually start practicing those digital skills and actually improving themselves. And then we've seen that there is a digital boom when it comes to the South African economy. So it is creating new opportunities and transforming the workplace. So this growth is driven by increased internet access, the rise of e-commerce, and the adoption of new technologies like AI, cloud computing. While some jobs may be displaced by automation, the digital economy is also generating new roles and requiring a workforce skilled in digital literacy, adaptability, and problem solving. So it's just requesting us to slightly change how we work, asking us questions to actually evolve with technologies and actually start using them in our different workspaces. And then another one, which is the 4IR, the fourth industrial revolution, and the impact that AI has actually had in the South African workspace. So it has significantly significantly impacting the South African workplace, presenting both opportunities and challenges. While the 4IR technologies can boost productivity and economic growth, they also raise concern about job displacement, particularly for low-skilled workers, and it continues to widen the inequalities between people. So some of the opportunities that actually come from this one, it's increased in productivity and efficiency, new job creation, economic growth, and improve service delivery. But on the other hand, some of the challenges that it actually comes with, it's the skills gap, whereby the education system is not actually meeting what the job market is actually in need of. Job displacement, digital divide. I'm sure we've seen that when you are here in maybe the city or maybe in the locations, there is a little bit more advancement when it comes to technology compared to when you actually go to the rural areas, which also speaks to the last one, which is infrastructure deficits. So it might be easier to actually implement some of the technological advancement in more advanced societies, which and it can be a bit of an issue actually trying to implement them in a different place like the rural areas or something like that. So yeah, those are some of the challenges and the opportunities that comes with the different technologies that we have. Okay, now let's move on to the next slide and actually start maybe exploring why youth empowerment matters. So Africa has the highest population globally, a powerful demographic asset awaiting to be unleashed. So we are a big we have a big demography whereby a lot of young people actually are not utilizing some of their talents and experiences solely due to maybe lack of access to technologies, maybe not getting enough training and all those things. So it's important to actually just to make sure that we empower young people through learning and actually moving on to the second point, which is actually addressing the youth unemployment, which remains a significant challenge hindering economic growth and social progress. So it's important to actually just make sure that we address those kind of things, and then also noticing the expansion of the rapidly growing digital economy, which is creating jobs and opportunities across various sectors, and also trying to bridge the gap that we that is in the critical skills, and also having access to digital devices and start creating opportunities to actually empower young Africans. Okay, and then let's also move on to the next one, whereby we're just going to talk a little bit about what is work readiness today. So we have the traditional skills, and then we also have the 21st century skills. So as you can see, we have the effective communication, which I think is still key in being able to actually communicate effectively, share ideas. On the other hand, it's digital literacy, which I think it also has to do with communication, whereby you are not only able to utilize the digital devices, but you're also effective in terms of how you communicate and utilize those different digital devices. And then time management, making sure that you meet your deadlines, planning your work properly, and actually executing what needs to be executed on time. And adaptability, and when it comes to the 21st century, it's the adaptability and resilience. So this speaks to actually being able to move with the times. I think one of the biggest challenges with, well, not challenges per se, but maybe challenges with technology is that it's rapidly changing. Once you think that you have grasped something, there's something new that's coming in, and then which actually requires you to actually be a little bit more flexible, a little bit more adaptable when it comes to actually understanding and working with the different tools. And then problem solving is another important traditional skill to actually have as an individual. It helps just to make sure that you are able to solve different problems. And then the 21st century requires a little bit more creativity and innovation to actually come up with different ideas that are creative to actually solve a problem and maybe be a little bit innovative and exciting, I'd like to say. And then teamwork and collaboration, which is another important skill that will help people to actually be ready for the workplace. So being able to actually collaborate and work with teams is another essential skill to build as an individual. And then, of course, critical thinking, being able to think on your feet and find creative and innovative ways to actually utilize AI and digital tools that are now fundamentally shaping how we work, learn, and also how we live. So, yeah. And then let's move on to the next slide, where we just gonna look at the rise of AI and automation. So AI and automation are significantly transforming the workplace, impacting job roles, productivity, and the very nature of work itself. While some jobs may be displaced by automation, new roles are also emerging, requiring workers to also adapt and acquire new skills. The rise of AI and automation is creating a dynamic labor market landscape characterized by increased efficiency and innovation and a need for work adaptability. So it's also creating new opportunities. I saw that in the group there are people who are looking to be AI specialists, which is something that wasn't there a couple of years ago. So it's also good that we have these kind of new upcoming jobs. Yes, it is replacing the old way in terms of how we actually did things, but it's actually creating new jobs. Unfortunately, eliminating the older ones, but that's where adaptability and actually being resilient comes in. So AI and automation are also creating new opportunities. Like I said, there was one in the chat who wanted to be a AI specialist. There's AI research, there's machine learning engineering, and there are also data scientists. I saw that there was one who was actually interested in that. So AI is actually the now. We're not waiting for it. It's here. We actually need to acknowledge it, not just acknowledge it, start using it. And I actually love the fact that a lot of people are using it on a daily basis because there's that fear that AI is here to actually replace people. But the reality is no, it can never replace us. We just need to find ways of using it to actually make our lives a little bit more simpler. As we see that it's actually impacting the jobs that we have and affecting different sectors of the workplace, like your education, health, agriculture, and finance roles. Basically, just changing how the workspace actually looks like. So yeah, it is very important for us as young people to learn and understand and actually effectively use these tools to create to simplify our lives and work with AI technologies. And then let's move on to the next slide. I think here we will just be looking at the skills that you can actually consider if you are when it comes to AI. So yeah, so like I said, computer and mobile literacy mastering is actually essential because it helps you, it helps combine the human part and the digital part in terms of making sure that we are able to blend both the human touch and the digital touch to actually help improve some of the things that we work with. And then communication, internet and social media are actually an easier platform to actually, it's an easier and safer platform to actually share information and effectively, and also learning how to effectively browse through the internet and responsible social media engagement. It helps in terms of just mastering and effective communication to contact and collaborate. And then problem solving. So develop a critical thinking to navigate challenges and innovate solutions. So with that comes new opportunities like your data awareness, AI tools complementing data basics and utilizing AI tools like your ChatGPT, Canva, and translation apps. And then collaboration. I like that one of the people in the chats actually said that they are here to find ways of actually starting to connect and bounce off their skills and knowledge when it comes to these different technologies. So collaboration, which is another one that we're gonna also touch a little bit on later, which helps in terms of just being proficient in the different tools that are available in your cloud computing. And I'm sure some of the people here are actually familiar with your Google Workspace and the Microsoft 365. And then lastly, digital AI literacy. So this is basically just embracing digital fluency, AI, and AI literacy for a competitive edge in any career path that you have chosen. So this can speak to your basic coding. I saw that we also have somebody who's doing content creation. People who are actually interested in understanding the foundation of coding concept and creating digital content like your videos. I saw that we also have a graphic designer in the house. So yeah, it also just speak to those kind of things. And then moving on to the next one, which is the digital skills, entrepreneurial power. So leveraging AI for innovative branding, it's compelling, it's compiling content creation and impactful digital marketing. So this goes to when you are looking to going into branding, creating content, and designing an image for a specific brand or for yourself or for your business in this case, and then actually automating tasks. So AI is so using AI to actually automate repetitive small business tasks is freeing up time for growth and creativity. So this actually helps in terms of just opening up space for other things. And then market insights. So employ AI tools to analyze markets, identify trends, and understand customer behavior for strategic advantage. So this is where digital skills equal to entrepreneurial power. It opens up room for you not only to be creative, but also to do those smaller jobs in a quicker and much more faster way, so that you can free up your time for being able to be creative, being able to solve more problems using the digital platforms. Alrighty. And then Moving on to the next slide. So here are some of the real opportunities that are available for I saw that a lot of people are somewhat in these ones. For example, I saw somebody speaking to freelancing, that they do freelancing work, and creating online businesses and marketing. So I know that there are digital marketers out there who actually help people with running their social media platforms, who building websites, who actually create content and edit it for people. And then we also have the local impact. We actually uh, launch and grow economic ventures leveraging digital marketing and reach a wider customer base. And then lastly, we have your social media people who are actually interested in content creation and utilizing those different parts of technology to actually uh, make a living for themselves. So yeah, and then I think you've heard enough of my voice for now. So we have 3 demonstrations that we would like to do for everybody. One that I think will be helpful for people who are in content creation, for people who are interested in working with other people and collaborating with them. So we'll just be doing 3 of these ones, which is gonna be a Canva demonstration. We're gonna have a ChatGPT demonstration, and then lastly we're gonna look at how Google Workspace actually works. So let me stop sharing my screen and then let me pass it over to Annamarie. Annamarie, are you good over there?
Yes, thank you, Jeff. Let's do Canva. Let me share my screen. Right. Colleagues, so I think most of you have heard about Canva. You know what it is. So it is basically a design program, or it started off as a design program, but I think these days it can do so much more than just design. So I have a few examples for you here. Let's get rid of all these things. There we go. So we have our World Book Day poster for 2025. I think that was the poster that we circulated. We did our bylaws, and that was our bylaws little ad. I just need to drag that. There we had a program that we did. I think it was last year. So you can do all sorts of things with Canva. So if I go back here, we will do a quick little example. So you have all your functionalities. Obviously, it depends on where you access the program from. I am on a laptop, so probably on a tablet or a phone, it would look slightly different, but all the principles are exactly the same. So you have your design option, you have your elements option, you have your text and your uploads. I think for a basic beginner, those are the 3 tools that, or the 3 options that you probably will use most often. So you will start off with a blank page, and then you will have to decide, do you want to use a template? There are millions of templates, or do you want to design your own? So if you are using a template, you go to design, you will see there are all sorts of templates. So if we put in libraries, then we have libraries, there we go, search. Then we have all sorts of templates, and you can choose the one that would serve your purpose the best at that point. If we want to, for instance, search IT consultant, you get all sorts of options. So a template is also fully customizable. So if you like, say, this green template, but your colors as an IT consultant isn't green, then you can change it. So a template, especially for a beginner, is the easy way to start. Find the template that works best for you, and you can customize. You can put your own pictures in there, of course, your own contact details, whatever you want to write there. So any template that you want, put in a few keywords there at the top. If you want to create a CV, so this is more for a service, CV writing service. Anything that you want, give it a few keywords, describe it there at the top, and you can go through it. I can scroll and scroll and scroll, and you will see there are many of them that are available. If you do decide to start from scratch, you can do that as well. You will then go to your elements, and over here you will search for any element. So we want to do, say, a library. In libraries, we have lots of posters. So again, you can look at graphics, which is drawn items. If you would rather have a photo, you can do videos, you can do audio. There is more options. If you only want shapes, frames, there are mock-ups and charts. So you decide what you want to do. So let's go for graphics, and you select the one that you want, put it in, you resize. You can obviously add more as you wish. You can also delete it quite easily. Let's put the library there at the top. So we're not doing a full workshop here. That is our resident Canva Fundi is busy with a coding program, so we're just standing in for him. So once you have all your elements, you can also add text, and there are, again, a number of options. You can add a heading, which is, as you can see, slightly bigger, subheading, which is smaller, and then text in the body, which is the smallest of the three. But that also is just a guideline, because the moment we add something, you will see here at the top are some more options where you can change the font, you can change the font size, the color, and also all the other bold, italic, underline, etc. So where you can do all that. If we scroll down a little bit, you see there are also different types of fonts. So if you want to use rather that one, so let's delete this bottom one. You can use the options that is given here, and you will just change your wording. So we will say add that library. So that is how you would just use the elements that are available. And as I said, just like with the templates, there are millions of elements available. And as you can see, there's everywhere. There's magic grab, there's magic write, there's magic create. And that obviously is AI, where you will describe something and it will assist you with options. The last one that I quickly want to touch on is uploads. So sometimes you don't just want what is available, you need to put in your own logo. So let's find the city's logo. And then you add to that as well. So you upload images or graphics that you already want, that you already have, and that needs to be on your poster. And you then just upload files over there. It will upload, and from there you can add it to your poster or to whatever you want, whether it is a poster, your social media posts, whether it is a price list. The options are just a lot. You can do basically anything in Canva. Yeah, I think that is just a big, a short, not a big, a short overview of Canva and what you can do with Canva. Lots of options available. And as I said, if there are any request for a full workshop, we have our resident Canva Fundi. He is not, I think he's on the call, but he's not in the house. He's in Tembisa. Talk to us, and we can see that we do a few more workshops on Canva as well. Jeff, back to you.
Thanks, Annamarie. I see there are a couple of questions in the chat. I don't know if you wanna answer, but so just to answer this one who's asking if Canva is free. So there is a free version that you can use, but there's also a paid one where you actually get access to all the cool other things that you are able to do on the platform. But to answer your question, there is a version that's free, that is very user friendly. You can do almost most of the things you can actually get done with a little bit more creativity. So yeah. And then do you get Canva on Play Store? Yes, it is on Play Store. You can definitely get it on Play Store. So if you do get a chance, download it, play around with it. It's a very user-friendly platform that you can basically creative with it, creating birthday cards. I saw that you also have videographers here. You can also do create videos with it, edit videos with it. Yeah, so it's actually a very free, fun, user-friendly platform that you can utilize for personal or business kind of thing. So I think we can move on to the next demonstration. Morena, are you good over there?
Ready, sir.
Over to you.
Morning, everyone. So I'm just gonna talk about ChatGPT quickly, right? So we're just gonna type in the URL. Sorry, just give me a second. chatgpt.com, and then that should take you straight to the landing page. You can use this without signing in, but I prefer actually logging in. So I'm just going to log in quickly. The benefit of logging in is that it saves the prompts that you ask it. So it kind of builds a personalized profile of you. And then you can just carry on from your previous questions that you asked it the next day, and you don't have to ask it the same repetitive questions. So now that you've signed in, you can actually just get straight on with it. So we're going to use it for writing support and idea generation. The first example you can use is asking ChatGPT to help you write a CV or a short bio for your CV. You can also ask it to give you 3 business ideas based on digital skills, or you can ask it to draft a cover letter for a job application. So I'm just going to ask for the 3 business ideas. So I just asked it a very basic question for it to give me 3 business ideas based on digital skills. So it gave me digital production studio, and then it gives you a whole lot what to sell, why it works. So it deep dives for you. It also gives you a niche content agency. It also tells you the examples of it, the services it offers and why it works, and also AI automation consultation for small businesses, which also will give you its services and why it works. So I think this is more tailored. Sign in and I use it quite a bit. So as you can see at the bottom there, it actually talks about, would you like ideas tailored more specifically to your interests via trading, vlogging, Lego education, or gaming? So it already has built a bit of a profile on me, and it already knows what I usually talk about or engage with ChatGPT with. So it'll just help you delve deeper into your ideas. So I would use this as a platform to think out loud, and then just bounce ideas off of it and just try to see what works and what doesn't. And also, just a reminder that it's not going to give you 100% of the correct answer. So it's up to you also to do your own research and just extra work behind whatever you're looking for. But it is a great tool for you to use it. I can also just ask it to deep dive, and then it should give me all these 30 steps in more detail, or I can just say deep dive. Deep dive idea one, and then let's see. And then that should actually just focus on the one idea in full detail because you asked it to deep dive. So whatever you're looking for, don't just ask it on a basic level, just search for whatever idea, and then if you're happy with whatever it gives you, ask it to deep dive and it'll go into full detail. So I'm just going to go over the example quickly. As you can see here, the first example we asked, it gives us about 10 lines, if I'm not mistaken, which is just a brief outline. And then if you ask it to deep dive, and then it goes more further into why it works, who is it for, as in your target audience, the examples of the products you can make, the tools you can use. So tells you about Canva again, for your design, Figma or Adobe Express. But yes, just asking ChatGPT to deep dive will just give you a full explanation of whatever idea that you are bouncing off of it. So I advise that you sign in and use ChatGPT while you're signed in. Also, there are a few limitations. I think it gives you about 10 messages. You can ask it 10 questions in a day. Well, in 5 hours actually. And then, yeah, so you can ask it 10 questions per 5 hours. But if you're asking it to deep dive, you can only ask it 10 questions per 24 hours. But if you're asking for image generation, it can only generate 5 images, if I'm not mistaken, in 30 days. So those are the limitations of using the free version of ChatGPT. It limits you based on how much you can interact with it in a day. But yes, it is a great tool for you to use. It's not the only AI platform you can use. You can also use Google Gemini as well, and Microsoft Copilot. Those are the two I can just think of at the top of my head. But just use all the platforms and just see which one works best for you. And yeah, don't forget to type in full and use as much detail as possible to be specific for what you want, and then it'll give you a proper detailed answer. I'm not sure if I'm leaving anything out on AI and ChatGPT, but that is all from me, Morena Ntema. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Morena. I like that you actually highlight that even though we are using ChatGPT, it's also important for us to do other deep work on the other end, because it can only give you information based on what it has been fed online. So it's also important to also find other resources to actually help with that. And I also like the fact that you mentioned that it's not meant to be as whatever prompt that you put into it, it's not meant to use it as it is. It's just a friend that you're bouncing off ideas with. And sometimes we tend to struggle. You have an idea, you're just not sure how to actually put it into the right words, into the right context. So I think ChatGPT is a very good tool in terms of helping you structure your ideas, help you structure your thinking. So yeah, thank you very much for that, Morena. And then, okay, let's move on to the next one. I think that's gonna be me on my end. Alrighty, I'm just gonna quickly share my screen. All right, so this will be the last demonstration for today. So Annamarie spoke about Canva, which is super helpful when you want to create your CVs, when you want to create your posters, when you want to edit videos. If maybe somebody who's into videos. And then Morena did ChatGPT, which is helpful in terms of just being able to bounce off ideas and help you maybe structure some of your thinking, and also doing maybe a little bit of research as well in terms of just guiding you in whatever thing that you need to accomplish. And then we're gonna look at the last one, which is the digital the Google workspace. So I've already opened my Google. So we're just gonna look at the different parts of Google. So I'm just gonna be showing you how to actually go about using, because using the cloud space. So after you have opened your Google web page, you should see on your top right corner next to the E on my screen, there are 5 dots over there, which is Google Apps. So Google has a number of apps that are actually super helpful when it comes to not just documenting, but making sure that your information is kept safe, and nobody can actually access it but you, unless if you give permission, which is something we're also gonna share. So we're just gonna look at three for today. We're gonna look at three of the apps that are available. We're gonna look at Google Docs. We're gonna look at Google Sheet, and then lastly, we're gonna look at Google Slides, which is for presentations, PowerPoint in another way. So yeah, these are the different apps that are available to help you on your daily basis. You have your pictures. I'm sure that most of us actually utilize that one, whereby you have that ugly picture that you took by mistake on your phone, and then Google decided it decided to upload it and save it. And then one day, like, bam, it reminds you that you remember you once took this ugly picture, and then yeah. So yeah, so these are some of the apps that are available. We have your YouTube uh calendar, we have Translate, we have slides, but we just gonna, like I said, we're gonna be focusing on three of them, which is Google Docs. So Google Docs is similar to your Word, or it's similar to a Word application. Basically, you're able to create written documents. This is why you are able to create your CVs. So these are some of the examples that are available here. You are able to create a CV. You are able to draft a letter. You are able to draft a proposal. And the fun part about this one is that when you use it online, it stays there. It stays there, it saves automatically, and then you can always come back to it later on and actually just use it again. And it also has the share functionality, which is something that I really like, whereby you are able to uh, uh, share and collaborate with other people. For example, if maybe I need Morena to look at my CV, I'm able just to click here on the share button and then just put in his email address, and then see how much he can actually utilize it, and then who can actually have access to it. So even if they do open it, they can't do anything on it without my permission. So it helps in terms of just being able to interact with other people when it comes to work and all those kind of things. So yeah, this is a free template that you can actually use if you are interested in creating a CV online, and it stays there. Nobody's gonna do anything to it unless if maybe you give them permission to do something. So that is your Word. So on Word or Google Doc, you're also able to search for whatever template that you are interested in actually creating. And then let's move on to the next one, which is Sheets. Sheets is more of an Excel kind of platform whereby you are able to do your budgeting. You're able to do your project plan if you're somebody who runs project. If you are somebody who wants to create a to-do list, it helps when it comes to those kind of things, and it documents everything to make sure that everything is kept safely, and you are able to share the work that you have with different people, similar to the Google Doc one. You're able to share the work, which simplifies things when it comes to collaborating and actually working as a team with different people. And then lastly, we have the slides one, which like I said, it's more like a PowerPoint presentation, similar to the other three ones. You are able to just log in, create a presentation. After creating a presentation, you can share with any of the people that you want to share it with. It has different templates that you can utilize for, you don't have to start from scratch. If you wanna, you just pick a color that you think maybe works best for you, and then you're just able to share it with your colleagues, or maybe a business partner or somebody that you are working with. So it's a very super helpful tool that I think people are not utilizing in its fullest capacity. So yeah, with that being said, let me share my other screen. So that was the last demonstration that we gonna have. And like Annamarie said, if maybe you are interested in getting a deeper deep into some of these demonstrations that we've done, and maybe other things that are related to this topic, please do reach out to us. We will share our emails at the end of the presentation. Alrighty, let me just quickly share my screen. Do you see my screen, Morena? Mm-hmm. Awesome. 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 So those were some of the demonstrations that we were doing. All right, cool. So here are some platforms that I think would be super helpful to maybe start you on your journey to actually learning and mastering some of the technologies that are available. So these are some of the free platforms, so you don't have to pay a cent. You just need access to internet, which is through your phone or maybe through your laptop or desktop or whatever device that you have that can actually connect you to the internet. So one of them, it is called Google Digital Skills for Africa. It's free courses that have your digital marketing, your career development, and many other many other courses that you can actually utilize. So this is just a few that we actually put down. There's a number of them that are available online, and we are happy to share with you if you are actually interested in doing them. We have Microsoft Learn, which is a hands-on training for Microsoft technologies, cloud computing, AI, and other exciting courses that I think would be helpful in terms of helping you on your journey to actually understand the digital industry and how you can actually find yourself there, find yourself thriving in it. And then we have Coursera and YouTube. I think we've all been to the University of YouTube, whereby if you don't know something, you just go straight to YouTube, and then you're like, how to? And then there's somebody somewhere in the world who has done a video about it. So yeah, so it's one of the other things that will help you in terms of um increasing your skills and your knowledge when it comes to these new tech uh, tech devices and applications. And yeah, and then lastly, it's your local libraries. Like I said, we work for the library of Ekurhuleni. We have great programs that we run that actually speak to the different digital opportunities that we offer the public. So the one that is currently running, it's the Cisco Network Academy one. I'm sure some of you guys here are still part of the learning as we speak, and some fell off along the way because of other reasons. So we are still continuing with that one. If you have any queries, please do go to your nearest library, inquire about the Cisco program, how you can actually join it. And yeah, let's start actually building a digital savvy youth that will actually be able to combat the scourge of unemployment. And then yeah, and then this is I think the last part. This is me encouraging everybody to actually let's take charge of our future, guys. Let's take charge of our future. Let's learn one skill at a time. Let's start small by mastering one digital skill at a time, and slowly start building our confidence and expertise. And then let's not be afraid to explore AI tools. ChatGPT is not the only AI tool that's available. There are other exciting, user-friendly AI tools that we can actually start incorporating in our daily lives to actually simplify some of the other tasks that we have. And then let's be creative. Let's be creative. Start something new. Start something new. Create a personal webpage. Start a blog. Start a digital portfolio. I saw that some of the people in the chats actually did say that they wanna increase their digital portfolio. Start doing that, and let's not be afraid of creating new projects through these digital devices. I think living today is a very exciting time because you have information and tools to help you get information easier. Apparently, only kings and esteemed people used to have access to information. Nowadays, just by a click of a button, you have these kind of information. And then lastly, let's collaborate. Like I said, we work for the libraries of Ekurhuleni. If there is something interesting that you wanna learn, or maybe that you feel like it's something that young people are sleeping on, let's collaborate, let's connect, let's network with all other peers and seek out mentors who can actually guide us in this journey of the digital landscape. And yeah, with that being said, thank you very much for attending. I don't know if people have questions. Maybe do we have time for questions, Annamarie? We have 5 minutes, so maybe we can just throw in the questions in the chat, and then before we close off. Yes, we will definitely share the platforms. We have your email addresses. We'll share the presentation. We'll also share the different learning platforms that you can actually go through to start your journey in the digital learning platform. You want to say that?
Also, just a heads up, we will be advertising for the next intake for Cisco very soon. So please be aware, well, watch out for the advert on social media platforms, the City of Ekurhuleni social media platforms. Please visit your local libraries and please encourage those that you know that are in need of such an opportunity to come to the library and actually just empower themselves. This is for the people at the end of the day. So if you know someone who's not studying, please encourage them to actually just try this out. Thank you. It'll be the same courses. So if you've already done, you can skip the next intake and just please encourage someone else to apply.
So also about the Cisco, the current students, you are already on the platform. You are welcome to look at other courses, other free courses on there. There are paid for courses as well. But look at the free courses and see where you want to specialize. If you enjoyed the networking that finished yesterday, find other networking courses. If you enjoyed the cybersecurity or whichever stream you want to go in, find more free courses on there, on the platform, and do it on your own. There are no restrictions on that. So today, the last course will start, which just so happened to be Introduction to Modern AI, which is just telling you what is AI. It's a nice short one. And then the current cohort is completed with all their courses. So, but as I said, nothing stops you. Find other courses there. Never stop learning. If we stop learning, we are a dead nation. So let's continue learning on whichever platform is available.
But what happened to that chat?
Okay, so there's a question, how jobs or jobs with the skills we require from these platforms. I will check for the Cisco students. There was a talent bridge. I don't know if that has disappeared with the change in Cisco, with the upgrade, but you can put your name on there. But also with the current skills that you have, just put your name on for all these sites, the CV sites where you find the jobs. What is it called, guys? And just put your name out there. Also create a profile on LinkedIn. Just be visible. Look for jobs. So don't just sit and wait for a job to come to you. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. You need to search for it, and not every job that you see will be the right one for you. So persistence and perseverance, I think those are the two keywords in finding jobs.
And yeah, so we are also trying to we are also trying to actually start well, continue the wool a little bit further, because now since we have acquired some of the digital skills, maybe it's also good that we also sit and have a conversation in terms of how can we actually utilize these digital skills that we have attained. So there are a few other programs that we're going to be running, but we will be in contact with you via the emails and other platforms that we have managed to reach you on, sending you another invitation to actually start having these conversation in terms of, okay, you've got the skill. What other alternatives can you actually utilize, or channels to actually start going to, so that you can be able to get those job and expertise that you saying that you need, because they're saying that they need some qualifications and experience. So yes, we will be having a work readiness kind of program that actually speaks to some of the questions that you have just asked here. So I don't know if there are any other questions or comments from Morena, Annamarie. All good.
Yep, from my side as well. Thanks, Jeff. Nothing new from me.
Awesome. So thank you very much, everybody, for taking your time to join us. We will definitely be inviting you again for other programs similar to these ones, to make sure that we keep the conversation going, we keep the information flowing, and we stay connected. So yeah, thank you very much once again for joining us. This is Jeff Masiroe, Morena Ntema, and Annamarie Goosen signing out.